I spent $28,437 on Whiteout Survival in 149 days. I'm going to be doing a little bit more spending tonight, but let me first apologize because I didn't record Foundry today. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I slept for 12 hours last night. My family came down with influenza A. I don't know if I have it or not yet. I've had a bad run of colds this season. I don't know if I'm getting one to the next or what, but feels like I'm coming down with something again. I'm congested, nose is running, and all this type of stuff. So I just wasn't feeling like recording Foundry because I was sniffling and coughing and all this stuff. And this video right here, I'm probably going to have to edit a few times to get rid of the sniffling and coughing and, congestion sounds if I can get away with it. But hopefully you'll hang in there with me tonight and we can get through it quickly. And I'll try to make this kind of a short video compared to some of my others. So I just wanted to show you the results from Foundry, at least. Here's the report that came through. I kind of felt bad because this team was kind of a nice team. They reached out to me after the game. I guess a couple of them are fans. I felt like we were a little bit overpowered for them, so maybe the matchmaking wasn't all that great. Or I did push a little bit of power, since the matchmaking phase started, so that could have had a factor as well. But we didn't really have much of a problem dealing with them. So, it was a lopsided balance. I was able to go around burning, fill some buildings. They were having trouble removing me even with rallies. So our team did pretty well. You can see the overall Arsenal points. I ended up being MVP for this as well. So, it was a fun game though, and I'm glad that they had a great attitude. Foundry is one of the fun things to do, and they had a good time playing and reached out to me after the game. So it was all good in the end, all fun. Now, one of the things I do say is that I'm trying to play as an efficient whale, but that doesn't mean I'm not spending a bunch of money. So I want to give an example of that. I think I've decided that this custom artistry chest, for example, where is it? Yeah, right here, the custom artistry chest. I'll buy a couple of the charm designs at the $5 mark just because the VIP value is good for that, for getting things like trying for the globe and stuff. It's not an awful lot of points, VIP points, but it is, a good way to get some of the VIP points at a good rate. So I'm just going to buy it at the $5 level. But if we look at this, these are actually 7.9 per dollar, where in the Dream shop, what's this called? Dream Miracle shop, the Silver Frost shop here, they end up being something more like 10.9 per dollar. The same thing, end up being like 10.9 per dollar. And then if we look at the Spectral Ice Shack in this shop, they're actually something more like 9.5 per dollar. And I've already kind of got them out of here. So, I'm basically, maxing out these events. And also, I took a look at how many fire crystals I'm going to need for, going towards T11 troops eventually. And man, I don't think the fire crystal grind can ever be enough. So I'm going to continue to press anything I can for fire crystals as well. I do know that Chief Gear is going to open up in a couple more fire crystal levels or furnace levels. But right now I'm maxed out on Chief Gear. So I'll continue to get it, kind of casually, but I'm not going to push it super hard yet because I'm just not going to need that for a while. And there's like that spend isn't going to give me anything for quite a while. So I'll just continue to, put some in the bank, get them, banked up and ready to go. But it's probably the hardened alley that I'm going to need the most of immediately. And we'll see, we'll push that slowly and steadily, but not immediately because I'm already good on that. So let's just take a quick look at events. We do have King of Icefield happening now. We have the Dreamscape Dreamscape Memory coming up soon, and we have these other events kind of trailing off. But and that's kind of the big news right now is just King of Icefield. And we have another Brother in Arms coming up as well. That'll be interesting. We're gonna have to talk about what we want to do about that. So King of Icefield, I'm just essentially gonna go for some basic points. I may actually end up ranking in this if I press like something like research hard, just because there's some research that I'd like to clear out and get that going, because I do feel like I'm still a little bit behind on research. But it's a matter of how much I want to put on the board and how much I want to save for SVS. So I don't want to keep on doing too much outside of SVS, but I do also want to do some things that'll help progress the account. And one of the things I really need to do is free up, I'll show you in the research, I really want to free up this research before SVS, but I could do it as part of SVS. I could do it as part of like the first day of SVS as well. What I really want to do is get this construction all the way up to, level 3 before the FC5 push for day 1. So I'll probably do that. I can do that on day 1 of SVS as well, I believe, because that'll there's research and construction on day 1 from what I recall. So essentially I'm not going to be doing all that much with King of Icefield, but I will try to put some points on the board every day. So really, let's just clear out some of these things that I normally do. I already took a look at, oh, we got the Fire Crystal Energy back again. I didn't see that one. And we got the custom pet chest. We still have 6 days on this one though, so I'll leave that one alone for now. We do have 5 days on the Fire Crystal pack as well. The thing is, this isn't a great deal. It's only 7 Fire Crystals per dollar, where I'm able to get them for something more like 10 or 20 depending on the event and some of these other events that were going on. So again, it's just one of those things where to get them in bulk in the quantity that we're going to need them, there's not a lot of opportunities, and this is an opportunity to get them in bulk. So I'm going to have to think about that. We do have 5 more days to make a decision on it, so I'm going to let that sit for tonight because already doing a bunch of spending on these other events. So I'll grab the daily deals. No luck on that one, no love on that one. And Fire Crystal card, grab these. And the Gear Weekly card, grab all that. And I think we're good to go for those basic deals. Now if we look at the deal section, time to renew again, and this point, okay, we got Chief Gear, Hero Gear. It looks like the Hero Gear is going to win again because this is the progress, or the dilemma that I've been dealing with lately, is not having enough gear to press everything. So this has become a very real grind. I know a lot of you warned me that the Mythic Gear was going to be hard to get, and sure enough, that's the pain I'm living right now, is it just can't get enough. Let's see, I'm going to come in here and grab the daily pack, and I'm just going to grab that for still working on, yeah, I'm still working on Generation 1. I think I do need some more, yeah, so I know I need, oh, I'll grab more of these. And that may be close to enough. It's probably not quite enough, but it's getting close. So I'm gonna have to pay attention to that more carefully in the future. The Intel card, grab that. And let's see, everything else is Jarring Treasures. Clear this out. Sign in and earn it. All right, Deadshot. Oh man, I've got 5 Deadshot tickets. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's suffer the Deadshot pain. By the way, after I did this on my main account, and then I went over to my alt account the other day, I did phenomenal on the alt account. But for some reason, whenever I record Deadshot, I do horrible. Let's see if we can change that luck today. Here we go. Well, this is doing better than I normally do already. Okay. Well, this is doing better than I don't normally do. This is quite good, actually. All right, I'll take that. That's not bad. Nice, and that's what I need too. I need more charms components. Very good. Deadshot finally gave me a break. Thank you. All right. So that's Deadshot. And now let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at this Dream Miracle. To me, from what I've been looking at, this is some of the best deals in the game. I don't know. I hope my math isn't off, but I don't think it is. I did it quite a few times just to make sure I wasn't fooling myself. The only inefficient purchase I made in here was the city skin, and that is a cool city skin, the Gilded Boat, or whatever it's called. Dreamboat, I think it's Gilded Dreamboat. And I'm going to buy this all the way up to 100 tonight, and then see what else I need, because we have one more day of this. But essentially, I want to make sure that I can get the charm components out of this. And so that's day one. I'll grab and then tomorrow I'll come and grab the rest of the charm components. And I'm going to grab this guy and this guy as well. I think just because this represents a good deal, I'll grab that as well. And then I'll just do the same tomorrow, and I'll grab the rest of the charm components. There is an argument to be made to grab some of these Lucky Hero Gear chests as well, which I probably should do. I could grab only a couple of them at this rate, but I'll just do the same thing tomorrow. And I think that's actually a pretty good spending plan right there, because those are the things I'm going to need immediately in the near future. So that's all I got for that today. Oh, and I got to finish clearing these missions as well, so I'll take care of that after I'm done. And then we've got the Spectral Ice Shack, which again, I didn't, you know, I'm sick today, so I didn't have a lot of time to clear all this, but I'm gonna go and buy these up to the $50 mark again, just because there's some good value in here. I think if we look, yeah, I mean, I may not need it up to the $50 mark, but again, there is some good value in here. So even if I just end up getting it for the chief gear items, I think it's worth it. So we'll put this up to 10. And let's see. Now somebody asked me, hey, why don't you just do these randomly? Because, you know, you'll have a better chance. I don't think you'll have a better chance. It's all random to begin with. And so all I'm doing is having a strategy that I can remember what I did. So there, I got lucky on just doing that, right? It's all random anyways, is my point. All right, and sometimes I might go backwards instead of forwards. Oh, look at that, I got lucky on that one. All I'm really trying to do is find out where the, you know, where some of the jars are so I can go from there. All right. Okay. So, let's see, I gotta see which color. All right. All right, well, you know where yellow is now. Yeah, we know where, I think all of them are now, essentially. So, this has got to be there. That's got to be there. This has got to be here. Not bad luck. Nice. There we go. There we go. Hey. Let's see. Let's try it like this. Nice. Try backwards this time. All right. A little bit of luck doesn't hurt. All right, do I have another day in this? No, this is the last day, so I'll do what I can. Wow. I don't know what the chances are that I get this right out the park, but I'm only going to get 6 chances, so I'll just give it some random assignment and see what happens. All right. Not bad, but I have no more jars left. So that's the end of that. All right. So now just make some... Oh, do I have any? I don't know if these come with any claims. No, just comes with stuff. I've got all the claims already. And I probably will... Yeah, I will get a couple more from the finishing the daily missions. So I'll just pick up a little more of that later, and then I'll, you know, take care of that. So let's see. Here's what we got. We're dealing with a bunch of chief gear and some fire crystals and stuff, but I think I just got done saying, like, one of the things I really wanted to push for is fire crystals. So there we go. Pick up some fire crystals there. All right, so after doing a little math, it looks like this chief gear materials chest is about the same rate as the other chief gear materials. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab as many of these as I can, because, you know, that'll help with clear that out. And then I think I'll just grab some more, I guess, hardened alloy just for the last bit. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do for this event, because it's over starting tomorrow. So we get one more day in the shop, but the event itself and earning points is over tomorrow. So I'll just pick up whatever I can from the rest of the daily missions and then close that out essentially. Now let's take a look at the backpack quick. Let's clear some of this out. As you can see, the fire crystal stash is looking nice. See if I get lucky on this one. Anything more than 5 is some amount of luck. 10, all right, a little tiny bit of luck. All right, and then put these in the bank. And put that all in the bank. Nice. That stash is looking nice, but this is where we're going to get blocked, is the hardened alloy. And let's see if I can get any more mythic out of this. 1, 2. All right, 3. Hey, 3 mythic out of 90. That's pretty nice. All right, and just give you a quick snapshot of what's going on with the hero gear. We got the infantry gear looking nice, and I'm kind of gonna sit on this for a little bit just because I do need to now push some other stuff, and the next progression is going to be steep. I've got the marksman gear looking good. This is going on its progression, right? 39 each on the primary marksman gear. And now I'm starting to work on the lancer gear here, and I want to get this up to 60 as well for the same reason. It's the first, you know, way to get an attack bonus for expedition that's like within reach before going for the longer progression, which would be, I think, the 100 over here, which will take a while to get to. So it's kind of like my game plan that I'm kind of fleshing out right now, but I do need some gears, components and stuff for SBS prep and stuff, but I do have a little time until the next prep. So essentially I'll just try to keep pressing this up to where I can get it closer and closer to that 39, so we're ready to go and all queued up for SVS. But look, you know, what starts happening is you start running out of stuff. You start running out of mythic gear. You start running out of stones. If you look at the mithril, like I had a huge stash of mithril, and this is starting to evaporate like crazy. So, I mean, the bottleneck is very, very real. I see what you guys were trying to tell me and warn me about. Let's see how Labyrinth goes tonight, because there was a bunch of stuff pressed for hero gear recently. Now, I don't know if the Gaia formations work here, but I'm going to do something similar to what I had been doing before, where I'm kind of going to ramp some of these up higher than the others. So go to like 55 here, and then I'll go to 50, 10, 40 here, and 50, 10, 40 here. See how that works? Maybe not so well. Let's see if I mess around with this a little bit, see if we can get any more out of it. I don't know if that's gonna move the needle at all. Man, I'm getting destroyed on this. All right. Hey, that worked. Actually, I wonder if I just got bad luck on those first couple of tries, because I did press hero gear quite a bit since the last time I played this, I'm pretty sure. Whatever the case, this is working, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm getting close to the edge, it looks like. Hey, all right. This is not gonna work. Saw that coming. Nice. Maybe. All right. I like it when the other squads take the edge off the primary squad, but this can't work. When you see their primary against my weekend squad, that you know that's not going to work. All right, one more shot. Let's try it like this. Just out of curiosity. No, this isn't gonna work. All right, let's see. All right, things are still looking all right. You know, continuing to climb the ladder there with Labyrinth, and see how that continues to go. All right, with that done, let's take a quick look at VIP points, see where that's sitting. Make sure I got them all. Yep, got them all. All right, it's climbing. It's getting there. 615,000 VIP points. We'll have a day soon that we can do a little spinning session and see where things stand. And by the way, if you didn't get a chance to see it last night, this Gilded Dreamboat, it's basically a golden boat, is pretty darn cool. And it's representative of what's been happening in the game lately, because I've been dropping a boatload of money in the game. So I think the developers are kind of cutesy and slick like that. Like, oh yeah, let's give them a golden boat to represent dropping a whole bunch of money in the game, a boatload of money. I think that's what they meant here. But it is a pretty cool city skin. And one of the main reasons I got it is because I'm not sure with some of these rare city skins like this, I don't even know when it's going to be available again. So I figured I'd get it now. One parting comment, a lot of you are asking me about transfers. I don't know everything that's going to happen with transfers just yet. I do know that we kind of agreed in our state amongst the top 5 alliances that we're going to be trying to split them up evenly. We don't know how many we're going to get yet, of course, but we're probably going to get the standard 35, I think. So that's like 7 apiece. So if you're looking for an invitation, it's going to be very difficult because we do have some other people who are already in line before you. But you might want to be able to hit up one of those other alliances. I can make a recommendation if you're interested. We do have 5 nice alliances in our state that, you know, I can tell you which one you might fit with or something like that. But if you can't get in through an invitation, if you get in randomly, then if you're interested in joining our alliance, of course, we try to make room for you. Or if you want a recommendation for one of the other ones, I'd be glad to have that conversation with you. But that's all I have for you tonight, because I'm trying to keep this short because I am feeling sick and I do have some other stuff to get done tonight. But if you want to continue to follow on my journey and see how things go, see how the spending goes, and see how my account growth goes and how I evolve as a player, you got to help me out by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and then turning on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll know about it right away. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.